So, this is my take on the next installment, Total War Pharaoh, from the gameplay videos that I've seen on YouTube, particularly the Total War Pharaoh, of course, first look video, which I'm using because I don't have early access. Hello, yay, thank you. So, first, the setting is interesting, similar to Troy. This is likely the oldest period that would be possible for a Total War game, and it is good that Creative Assembly is actually trying out a Bronze Age period. I don't know too much about it, I want to know. And typically I use games to know about that and to get influence, so yeah. My opinion is that it is actually the perfect moment in time to do it, following Troy Total War and alongside the development of Warhammer 3, so that we have an historical title complementing the current fantasy title. Now, players wanted a Medieval 3 or Empire 2, and so do I! I can't wait for it. But this way we get a Bronze Age period game that has the chance of being precisely what those that enjoy that period would want. So I'm just resuming a little bit of what I've seen for you guys, and I hope you guys of course enjoy it, and please leave a comment below. So it starts in a period right before the Bronze Age collapse, and they have considered that as a mechanic in itself. There are specific settlements that are very important to this. They call it the Pillars of Civilization. So these appear to directly influence a global civilization level, which will have influence in how the game plays out. The details so far are unknown, but it appears to be an overall great way of bringing up the stage of the Bronze Age collapse. They have even captured it graphically, as the game turns darker the longer, the more it enters into the collapse, which is kind of nice, that the whole map actually gets darker overall. There are some customization options, as you will be able to worship specific gods for your game with different advantages, which is always nice, that we have this sort of a system. I'm very excited for how customizable everything can be. You will also be able to join the court of the Egyptian Pharaoh, the High King of the Hittites. It appears that you'll be able to choose whether or not you even wish to become Pharaoh, or just remain a member of the court, or even completely outside of that whole intrigue. In battle, there are many changes. Let's start, including unit stances, which allows you to attack or retreat while facing forward. Interesting change from the typical formation, so you'll be able to attack the enemy while you're still going backwards, and that creates different tactical possibilities. They have also introduced or reintroduced matched combat, so it is back. It's a good way to, ensure that you can watch the units fight, the men fight, and it's just so much more interesting to see. They have also introduced dynamic weather. I'm very excited for this one. So basically, you'll be in the battle, there's no rain, and then suddenly starts raining, and your chariots get it all in the mud, and they cannot be as effective. Or there's a sandstorm, and your archers can't be as effective. So you have to pay attention to the weather, and this is an interesting idea to have in the game itself. In sieges, they also changed it up really well, so there's ladders, there's siege towers, there's rams, and you can't just knock the door, you need the ram. So all in all, it seems that it is going to be a very good title in sieges as well. Still, in terms of sieges, you can also have the option of sapping. As you can see, so you can wall sap. Happens before the battle. And yeah, it's always a nice one to have, a nice option as well to have. One additional change that they mentioned is how the armor will work. Actually, it will deteriorate in battle. Still unsure of the conditions for it, but it does seem that it will have quite an impact, so it's really cool to see as well. So with all those changes, everything together, I'm quite excited for the game. I like the gameplay, I like the ideas that they're bringing up, and there's definitely a few that I would like to become a staple in some games. If the court mechanic is really good, or even with some improvements, I would love that in a medieval setting, the counts, the dukes, the princesses, etc. over there. It would be nice, so yeah, quite excited for this. Let me know in the comments below. What is your take on the matter?